This portion of the news is brought to you by Sun Oil Limited, fueling growth for people.
Well, another dream realized for Bahamas Striping Group of Companies as the 4-year-old Bahamian brand officially opened its new head office in the industrial park off Soldier Road last night. Bahamas Striping also launched its public-private funding partnership during a special ceremony at the new facility. So far, it has attracted well over $1.5 million in contracts. President Otario Mitchell says even though there were some bumps in the road, he is still grateful for a $5,000 grant from the Self-Starters program that allowed him to make his dream a reality.
The first 3 years was extremely difficult for me and the company. I would never forget the day not long after I started when I was out seeking work and I was told that I would never be given work in the Bahamas. This, ladies and gentlemen, knocked the wind out of my sail to the point that I felt like giving up. I then went and talked to several other Bahamians who were in the striping business at the time, and they told me stories on how they was crushed and how they had given up. However, this ignited a fire in me to become all the more persistent and determined. And as time went on, we began to see sprouts of getting a few jobs here and there. I was never so excited when my company later successfully won a contract for around $500,000. But I stood in shock as I watched that contract taken from my company and given to a foreign company. In some ways, I'm glad that it happened to me because I can now become a voice for others.
Now, Minister of State for Transport and Aviation Hope Strawn applauded the young entrepreneur for creating employment opportunities for other young Bahamians.
As a new company, Bahamas Striping has invested heavily in machines and in ongoing training. They have been aided in their efforts by a UK-certified striper who has shared his skills and knowledge with our young men. Although this is at a significant cost, it is an investment and the key to empowering and training young Bahamians and giving them positive futures.
And finally, in this portion of the news, the Community Affairs Division of the Department of Social Services hosted a special workshop this week focusing on ways to better understand what's considered the girl child. Social Services Minister Melanie Griffin notes that the event helps to discover the root causes of those issues facing girls with a view to put in place key programs.
It's a whole cycle of behavior that is specific to the boy child, specific to the girl child. We're exploring it and trying to determine what we need to do to put in place programs and policy to address these issues.
Now, the workshop comes on the heels of another seminar designed to help better understand boys. Head of the Crisis Center, Dr. Sandra Dean Patterson, says both workshops are necessary to curb some of the troubling behaviors now seen in both girls and boys.
About the plight of the young man, but we all at the same time have to worry about the plight of the young girl, you know, and the aggressiveness that we're seeing, the vulnerability that we're seeing to older men, and the increase in sexual assault of young girls. All of that will be looked at today.
Well, that does it for this portion of the news. Stay with us. ZNS Total Sports is up next with Julian Gibson.